the Flyers lost again Tuesday night against the Chicago Blackhawks. It was disastrous for the Flyers. Their first period was just horrible. They had the penalty for Michael Raffle. It was really an even period up until the end of the first half of the first period. The Flyers, it was just mediocre chances for each team until the Blackhawks just kept pounding and pounding away, and Brandon Saad getting that first goal, and then Patrick Kane with the power play. It was really frustrating. It was another game where it showed that the defense had their up and down moments, because the Blackhawks are one of the best teams in the league right now. The Chicago Blackhawks, have only allowed 1.77 goals against average per game, and they really did do a good job, other than that first period. Other than that first period when they allowed, the power play goal with on the Michael Raffle penalty, which I didn't really understand it too much, but it's a team that has Jonathan Toews, Patrick Sharp, Patrick Kane, and they got Brad Richards in the off season. It's a really stacked team, and they really did not do, if it wasn't for the first period, I really think that they might have been able to pull out a win. It was just that, because of those third goal, there were 3 goals, that, it just, all the momentum just, crashes down, and they'll have no chance. In the second period, the defense, it was another game where the defense had their ups and downs, the up and down moments. In the first period, it just completely collapsed, and then in the second period, they got together and they stopped them. Chris Versteeg, Patrick Kane, all of them. They can score, and Steve Mason, he came up with a good few stops. Steve Mason's solid. He's not the greatest, so he's not amazing saves, but he's solid, and as long as the Flyers have a solid defense, they shouldn't have a problem. And that's where they come in, because they don't have a solid defense. They have a shaky defense, and obviously Michael Del Zotto isn't stepping up for the Flyers like they wanted him to. Nick Schultz, he's doing okay. Braden Coburn, I think he's like maybe arguably the best defenseman for the Flyers. Mark Streit, he isn't. I don't think I think he's overrated. Braden Coburn, yeah, because Michael Del Zotto, he's pretty much in Chemo Timonen role that Chemo Timonen was in last year, but he's not much. Chemo Timonen, even though he's a tiny bit overrated, he's not doing much either, Michael Del Zotto. And I think they signed him to a big contract. I think it was like $2.5 million. And Michael Del Zotto isn't doing too good. And let's just see. But yeah, the Flyers defense. Yeah, $1.3 million. Yeah. It's sort of big for hockey, but it's not working out for them. Obviously, it's another game where their offense couldn't get together, and I mean their offense is a tiny bit shaky, but it's better than yeah, I would say the offense is definitely the best part of this team right now. With Wayne Simmons, Claude Giroux, they're actually doing a lot better than they did last season. And we'll just have to see. It's a rivalry game tomorrow night against the Penguins, and maybe because it's a rivalry, they'll get together, make sure they do whatever they need to beat the Penguins. But I'm not sure too much right now. get on the flight right after the game. It's hard, but yeah, we'll see. The Penguins, I think the Penguins are doing okay right now. We'll just check. I don't think the Penguins are doing, Chicago good. Yeah, they're doing okay. They're actually doing. Well, they played less games than the Flyers, but they're 3-1, have 6 points. The Flyers have played 5 games and they only have 4 points. And they beat the Islanders. The Islanders had a really good start to the season. Yeah, the Penguins. Yeah, they did beat Toronto and they did beat Anaheim, which all the websites are saying Anaheim's like one of the best teams. And which it frustrates me, even as more as a Flyers fan, that the Flyers came in like inches of beating Anaheim. They lost to them in a shootout. But they beat Anaheim, they beat Toronto. We'll just have to see. We'll just have to see if the Flyers can get together. Yeah. So.